Hello, Trust Your Lawyer tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Ankylo with me, the blue one. It's the third day. We need to get some more evidence and figure out that man's name. The one who pretty much for sure murdered Robert Hammond. We're also concerned about Edgeworth's past. He seems like a good guy. It's hard to believe he could have murdered someone ever. I don't believe it. He'd never do that. No. Oh, hey. It's this guy again. Yeah. Don't do that. I had him swooning. Yeah, good work, good work. It's like love at first sight. Well, Larry, you know, yeah, we play along, I think you can do better than that. Alright, butts. You guys should be bowing to me. That's enough out of you. You helped, but that's all you're getting. Now what? Well, he was already guilty before Larry stepped in, so yeah. That boat shop caretaker is quite suspicious. Fishy, one could even say. He ain't off the hook yet! I timed that perfectly. Sorry everyone. Edgy seemed pretty edgy? Oh, that's just amazing. Can you really know he's telling the truth? No. What I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end of this episode. Edgeworth and who else? It's our old bros from school. We gotta believe those. Sorry, Maya. Bros before hoes. You know the saying. It's just the way it works. Alright, Edgeworth. Why do I trust him so much? When you first met him, Maya, you gotta remember the details. We were bros back in school. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney like me. Yes. Pay attention, girl. They saved me, Miles and Larry. Got some new music. It's because of them, you know. Sorry. But's terrible witness as well. Horrible memory. He's that friend you had back in school that... he was always there for you, but he never remembered anything and always got you in trouble. But he was a good guy when it came down to it. I'm not telling you the story. It's my story. Fine. It was the beginning of spring, 4th grade. I was on trial. A class trial. School's tough. You remember? Spring, 4th grade. A kid in my class got his lunch money stolen. Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 inside. Oh yeah. I can see why you'd forget, though. I can see why you'd forget. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during phys ed. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE. Yeah, that's why I'm a lawyer and not a gym coach. I was the only one not in class. Well, Larry wasn't there, and Phoenix was skipping because he was, quote, sick. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! It was you, thief! Give me my money back! You're such a meanie. Nobody play with him. Just admit it. You can't hide the truth. You can't handle the truth. We're not gonna play. You're a loser. I hate you. Give me my money back. Get out of my classroom. You know how kids are. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Apologize to the class, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went over to where the boy was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! Except in squeaky voice. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Haha! Even in grade 4. Wearing a suit with spiky hair and a bow tie. Edgeworth. It was you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money. Kids are mean. Why don't you all just shut up? Ah, and this is how Larry shows up. This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. That's Larry. Yeah, I could be friends with Larry. He'd be alright. Very well. The teacher will pay the $38 herself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends. Yeah, 9-year-olds, hey? 9-year-olds. Yeah, I had no idea. Or, forgot. Whatever. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. Larry's alright. He was just lucky he took the day. I was just going, yeah. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? The class clown that wasn't around. When something smells, it's usually the butts, yeah. Alright, now that we've gone through the past history lesson. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was the defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6, the Down Low Incident. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had something to do with his father's death. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. What happened? That is a significant personality change, I will admit as well. Tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. Something changed. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Haha! That's why. I went through all that law school and faked learning law and reading books just to meet my old friend, Edgeworth. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Ha! Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. You got it, Larry. I helped you, because I believed in you. Don't worry about the free part. It very well may be. Rent is due, and we're not getting paid very much for this, if anything. Alright, let's have a look at what evidence we still have. We still have the parrot. We still have the DL6 case file, which includes the thing from 15 years ago. Elevator was depleted, no clues at the scene. I forgot to read through this, actually. Gregory Edgeworth was the victim. Defense attorney trapped in an elevator from a lost trial with his son Miles. 1 bullet in the heart, murder weapon fired twice. Yanni Yogi, about the same age. Court bailiff trapped in there as well. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. I didn't pick this up. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Well, that's kind of important. They didn't mention that earlier. So, oxygen depleted. Edgeworth, the eldest, died. Miles was there. 1 bullet in his heart, another bullet somewhere else. Yanni Yogi, brain damage, and his wife, fiancé, commits suicide. Not very good. More proof that it was the parrot, though. That's good. This is a photograph of the incident, and I mean, I don't know, I can't really enlarge it with the current setup, but, you know, there's probably a bullet in his chest, and maybe 1 in the window. So 2 bullets, 1 to try to get air, 1 to kill him. Maybe. Just a suggestion. What else do we got? The metal detector probably not going to help much. The pistol with 3 bullets. Seems to be we've mostly covered that. The bullet itself, match. Map of the lake. We got rid of the 2 photos from the camera, so that's no longer an incident. And Misty Faye was only related to DL6 because she was the spirit, the ghost whisperer that theoretically talked to Edgeworth's dad. And some other stuff happened with red, white, blue, green, yellow, pink, and purple. And bad things happened with the Faye family afterwards because of that, and Grossberg. But that's different than this case. We still have that photo, and we do have the autopsy about that. Okay. Never underestimate when you need the metal detector. Well, I don't know if you were here for that part, Shinga, but we had a choice between a dog, a fishing rod, and a metal detector. And I chose the metal detector first, because that seemed the most useful to me. Alright, let's go... I don't even know. We need to learn about this boatman. Maybe the police can help us. Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten here yet. He won't be coming back today. Ah. There was some guy he had to arrest, so he's been busy. He's out looking for these people. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't check out Missile for you. I'm sorry. I was trying to save time. Catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. I'm sure he'll manage by the end. Also, hold on. Hold on, I see something. What is this? The police department's mascot? The Blue Badger? Everyone loves the Blue Badger. That's pretty good. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Roll that picture on the wall. Just picking up the chief, not the picture. Or, well, maybe it's a picture of him above him. The world ended yet. What? Oh. Oh, you know. The world probably ended right after Christmas, so you know how it is. Okay. That's enough for the police department then. It's kind of fun. Let's, I actually want to go to Grossberg, so we're going to go here first, see if Edgy will talk, and then we'll go to Grossberg. You look as grim as always. Could it be a thumbs up for Phoenix Wright with the Blue Badger? Oh, just a little. There happens to be one lawyer who wears blue and badgers everyone. You probably got the joke. Right. I heard the story about the class trial. Oh, don't bring this up. Don't dredge these memories up, Maya. Of course not. Why are you bothering him, Maya? Oh, alright, yeah, whatever. Like, seriously, Maya, that was a personal story. You're not supposed to go telling everybody. That was a, you know, life-defining moment for Phoenix, and now you're just bringing it up with all these strangers? You're embarrassing me, Maya. Ridiculous! It does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. So simple. To a fault, even. Look, Edgy. I think you've changed too much. That's about right, G-Crusher. To me, it was Tuesday. Alright, so why are you a prosecutor anyway? I mean, maybe this is not going to help the current case. We're just wasting time, but let's just dredge up some memories. You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. Oh, that's right, because the trial was, they had a suspect, but the defense attorney successfully defended him, so he thought that the murderer got away with it. Or, that's the impression for the 9-year-old head, anyway. So that shaped his prosecution type thing. Yeah, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Well, there were worth 3 people in that elevator, Edgeworth. We'll talk about that tomorrow. The defense attorney got him off the hook, somehow. That was Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, The three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 long hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. Yeah, back when you could actually prove reasonable doubt and you didn't just arrest the first person you saw and just throw them in jail. He claimed that Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. Yeah, I wish I could do that. Robert Hammond is a much better lawyer than Phoenix Wright. He started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He is a perfectionist. That's good to remember. Anything they put in orange letters is probably important. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Not one suspect was declared innocent ever, even if they were innocent. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed. He is Dracula, yes. Well, I think Dracula was a count. This guy's a baron, which is, you know, he's Dracula's cousin or something. All Von Karma does is his job, to find his suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Which isn't really good. No time to praise the enemy. Huh. It is, because he likes Von Karma and the style of throwing all of the suspects in jail. But he's in the position where he knows he didn't do it. So, although he likes throwing all the suspects in the guilty chair, he's got a contradiction here himself. We should be yelling out, "Objection to your feelings!" Anyway, unless there's something to present, let's move on. Could show him the picture of his dead father. Or the parrot named after the Yogi's wife that was committed suicide. That's great. Let's not show him any of that stuff. Let's continue on. Grossberg, I want to go. Again? When does he work? Typical lawyer. I have to go through here to get to the other places. Alright, let's head to the lake. Yeah, I would take a whip, actually, in the courtroom. That would... Actually, I'm pretty sure there are a couple, prosecutors in one of these games that actually use whips. I think it's some girl. Maybe she takes over Von Karma's position by being a descendant of the Belmonts and holy whipping him. He snapped his tie in half. No problem, Gumshoe. We'll have that scoundrel in custody by trial tomorrow. Come what may. Alright, you got a manhunt on the way. Alright, Gumshoe, I appreciate the determination. Oh, one other thing. No one's allowed in the woods. Oh, the woods are off limits. Interesting. Take Lotta's in a lot of trouble? Oh no. Alright, Gumshoe, we'll just sniff around for a while. Maybe we'll find a gourd clue while we're here. The steel eyesore is gone. Okay, let's go to the boat shed. That seems to be the place to go. Maybe we should talk to that parrot, actually. I imagined it from the beginning. Now who? Oh, hey, Grossberg. What are you doing here, though? The days of my youth, like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see? Uh-huh. He should be fine. Well, they don't have much left to pin on him. Oh, thanks, Grossberg. He hasn't helped us very much in the past, but maybe one of these days he'll help. DL6. He's wrapped up in it, Maya. Whenever DL6 comes up, Grossberg seems to be part of it. Hello, hello! Polly! Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should interrogate the bird. Or maybe we could open the case now that he's not here. I don't know. We know the code to it, I think. She did. Yeah. I don't care about the money. I want clues. Clues. Oh, fella, were you not here when we discovered that Polly was actually the murderer? There might be all kinds of clues in a lockbox. Aw, boring words. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Well, that sounds like an important note. Alright, the letter. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is your time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. In perfect detail. So, somebody helped Mystery Shedman murder Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Indeed. Following instructions. Well, I have an idea who, but I don't want to spoil it, so you guys have to figure that out yourself. Get revenge? Well, we can explain that actually quite easily. It's an amazing clue. Glad I thought to look there. So, the way I see it, and I don't think this is a huge stretch, we know that back at the DL6 incident, blah blah blah, Elevator got stuck, oxygen depletion. Gregory Edgeworth died. His kid was stuck there. Probably the boat caretaker was stuck there with him as well. Yanni Yogi is almost certainly this guy's name, right? The problem is, he got basically brain damaged and was the major suspect for a murder investigation, and his fiancée committed suicide. So it basically ruined his life. He may not have gone to jail, but it totally ruined his life. Maybe that's motive to kill the kid of the man he was accused of murdering. And also, frame the kid, and also murder his defense attorney who, while got him off on the murder charges, didn't clear his name quickly enough to prevent his wife from being suicide. This is 15 years ago, fella. He would be 52 now. This is when Edgeworth was a kid. This is the murder scene from 15 years ago, or the crime scene. And that's basically all the evidence we have on that. Then we have the bird that's named Polly, same as the fiancé that committed suicide. So the bird... Actually, parrots can definitely live 15 years. I'm sure of that. So it was... I expect the way it's supposed to go is he didn't have a bird at this time of the murder, but after his fiancée committed suicide, she was replaced by the bird. Or the bird killed her and took her spot. And yeah, I know parrots can live a very long time. They're one of those weird birds. Don't trust them. They live way too long. For all we know, the wife, the fiancé, was probably killed by the bird, actually. Anyway, that's pretty much all the evidence we have. It links up to the phase because that was Maya and Mia's mum that was called in for that case, and she didn't actually solve it correctly, I guess. So, bird, tell me stuff. I can't really talk to the bird. Tell me. Maybe I should take care of the bird? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Looks like I can't talk or present anything to the bird, so I can't test stuff out. But I have a feeling that note was all we were really supposed to get from here. In fact, do I still have that? Where'd that go? Right, so I've got letter about the setup. Good. It's just a bird, no one will care. Well, it's possibly a witness to murder, actually, oddly enough. A murder most foul. Fowl? Fowl? I have to work really hard to get these puns going. Alright, let's stop by and see if the detective's around. Nope. Let's stop by the detention center. Now we can go to Grossberg. Okay, that's where we wanted to go. No? I must have missed something then. Well, I could show the letter to Edgeworth, actually. That might be a good idea. Alright, let's try that. Murder most foul. I should title that. If I remember for this episode on YouTube, I hope that's what I've titled it. Someone in YouTube, leave a comment if I forgot. Murder most foul. So, Edgy, how would you like to see details about the murder? See this letter? Yeah, this is the caretaker's letter. Revenge. Indeed. Well, come on, Maya. Haven't you figured it out? It's pretty simple. Could he be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty? Nah, they're all in jail. Fowl murder plot. Hey, Blue, what did I miss? Fitz, you'll have to ask a little bit more directed questions. Maybe someone in chat can help you out. I don't know when you left. Now is your time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Indeed. This is your last chance. See, that's because... Well, because I've been recording these on different days, I'll spoil this line. In this world, statute of limitations is exactly 15 years to the date. The murder took place exactly today, 15 years ago. So this was the only way he could get someone actually convicted of murder for the original murder of Dad's, Papa Edgeworth's murder. Indeed. I'm glad you're going to explain it, but I already explained it for everybody, so you don't need to talk. Sorry, Edgeworth. This Ankylo is too quick for you. That old man... Yogi. It's a bear! Yeah, the one who was found innocent. He was the court bailiff, just happened to be in the elevator. Let's get some more details, maybe. During the earthquake that destroyed the courtroom 15 years ago, which Edgeworth also then became scared of earthquakes from afterwards, boo-boo. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed he stole all the picnic baskets and had temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent of stealing picnic baskets. But not murder! For you see, his wife committed suicide. This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Wrong. Yes, Edgy. I keep telling you to tell your lawyer the truth. Don't hide stuff. He's been having this nightmare of a crime. Are they going to have to spell it out for everybody? Let's spell it out. Every night for 15 years, I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Everyone's freaking out in the elevator. You're using up my air. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air! Everyone went crazy. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court, or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father. And with that scream, I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. It even rhymes. Well, it's a dream. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. Well, he was a 9-year-old kid with oxygen deprivation. Who's to say what he did with that gun? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. He is an insomniac, Fitz, actually. Everybody knows that he has a hard time sleeping at night. Even strangers. For some reason. What are we going to do? Like it or not, the truth's got to come out. Maybe we need more information. Well, I think we all know what she's suggesting here. To Grosberg. Time to get some information again. Mr. Grosberg. Get Polly. Well, there's that too. Polly was also in the elevator at the time of the crime. Everyone has failed to mention the fourth living creature in it. Polly swooped down, picked up the pistol, and shot Edgeworth in the stomach or the chest, I guess. Probably. It's legit. So Edgeworth's been dreaming that, yeah. Well, I don't think dreams are admissible evidence into the courtroom. Snitches end up in ditches, Brock. That's about right. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge. Yeah. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. I don't know enough about guns to know if this kind of gun has the kind of safety that you can throw and have it fire midair without loading a round into the chamber or not. But something about that sounds a little bit sketchy to me, just by default. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge. His last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations. So, What about his dad? Yeah. A really good defense attorney. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Mia Fey. Of course, Edgeworth didn't like Von Karma. forged testimonies and evidence are nothing. How is he not in jail? You can't fake testimonies and evidence and not go to jail when everybody knows you're doing it. Perfect win record. Yeah, that's not suspicious. That's not fishy at all. Edgeworth tried to call him out on it. And he lost. Died in despair. Oh dear. Why did we bring the phase into it? So supposedly Misty Faye talked to Gregory Edgeworth, who said that Yanni Yogi killed him. But of course, given the 3 people in that elevator, let's assume he was a ghost, and she was actually talking to the ghost of the dead guy. Let's just assume that's possible. Would the ghost say, my son shot me, I shot myself, or some jerk that I didn't like shot me? Of course he'd say some jerk he didn't like shot him. And that ended up ruining Misty Faye's reputation because of Grossberg and that red-white guy. Although that was something we dealt with earlier, sort of. It seems the one who lied was the ghost. Well, I'm not sure, the way the scenario has been described, it was in the dark, there was no power, they were in an elevator inside a building. I don't think you could see anything. Somehow, there was enough light that you're able to see the gun on the ground and throw it at the two mounds of your father and the bailiff who's attacking him. He threw the gun, so the kid threw the gun towards his dad, sorta. Supposedly the gun fired midair and killed him? How would he know who shot him? There's no way he'd know. All he knows is that this Yanni Yogi guy was basically threatening to kill him at the time of his death. I like my theory better, Grossberg. Even if he was wrong, the evidence would say he thought Yanni Yogi was about to kill him and then he was dead. Take that. Ghosts know everything? I'm not sure, I mean... Can we confidently say that? Oh. So then you had a defense attorney that thought his clients were guilty. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. This letter. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've seen this handwriting before. Oh, Fitz, we haven't uncovered the whole truth just yet. Don't worry. Do you have any idea who wrote this? These are all wrong. Like I said, I haven't wanted to spoil anything, so I haven't thrown out my idea, but... Nope, none of these ones could have been the writing. I'll pick on Karma because I don't like him, though. I don't know. Just guessing here. Von Karma? Wait, it is? You sounded pretty sure it wasn't a second ago, Grossberg. The one who told Yogi to kill was Von Karma? That doesn't make any sense. Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Oh, now I'm supposed to prove this? I'm lost. This was not how I expected this to go. Oh! Well, see, remember Edgeworth, Gregory Edgeworth, and Von Karma must have had a rivalry where they, like, Von Karma had just defeated him in court, and they had this big, long fight between the two of them. How would Von Karma know that? Yeah, how would he be able to know something like that? He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge by hurting his son, even though he trained his son in prosecution in lieu of his father. This is getting very creepy. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Ah. Edgeworth did a good job against him, I guess. Haha! Faulty evidence. The accusation stood, though. Well, how can that work? So, I've proved you used faulty evidence, but you've proved my client is guilty with faulty evidence. Wouldn't that... I don't understand it. Oh, he received a penalty. He got one of his exclamation marks taken away. So he's been stewing on it for 15 years. A vacation for Von Karma. Bet you he went back to, like, Transylvania or something. Oh, he was in Europe, no doubt. Yeah, maybe fits. I have a feeling, though, if you were a prosecutor that was found out to have fabricated evidence, you would be going to jail. And any of your court proceedings would have been tossed off. Like, you would be replaced, and you would have to redo the whole case, I think. Why would he take such a long vacation? I don't know. To go... I don't know. Definitely up to no good, anyway. I don't know. Even accidental murder is murder, you know. Not oxygen deprivated 9-year-old didn't know what he was doing murder. That's not the same thing, actually. It's not exactly... It's not at all the same thing. Manslaughter at worst. Probably something else even in this situation. His father must have lied from beyond the grave. More police files? We've already looked at those, actually. Maybe I got those earlier than we were supposed to. Because I definitely already have police files. I know. Real world versus Wright Town Court. You can't use real world logic here all the time. Sometimes you can, but not always. Staying out late. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This sounds like trouble. Von Karma. What are you doing in here? Fabricating evidence? Burning stuff you don't want to see? I'm just gonna examine this open drawer. I don't think it was open last time. Unsolved cases evidence. Like DL6, they never caught the murderer. Ah! How do you know my name? Have we met? Defense team? Oh. I don't even remember you guys. How rude. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. He's got quite the vampire face, I will admit. I caught you. Have at thee is probably what he should be saying. I can't imagine we're gonna get anything out of him. Just go back to examining stuff. Von Karma took all the evidence. Your sister's case report? Didn't we catch the murderer for your sister? Pretty sure we did. Anyway, we'll talk to Dracula. A romanticist who could never shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. What a jerk. Solved, not unsolved. I guess solved are over there, unsolved are over here. I suppose they just store everything forever anyway. I didn't expect he would answer anything we were asking. I'm pretty sure the current trial is for the murder of Robert Hammond. You can't just bring up something from 15 years ago that was a different murder trial. Like, you have to have a new trial for that. But, you know how it is. That was you, wasn't it? I suppose if we could prove that he instructed some... He would be a conspirator in the murder. That would be pretty bad for him. Oh. I hope... Maya, I hope you're recording it. We've got him. We've got him. Engage tape recorders. We should have engaged tape recorders earlier, but... What? How about someone yells, "Help! Police! We're in the police station. Behind the door, there's police officers. We're being attacked." Now give me the letter. No! What? Nick, run! Well, quickly, if we just open the door, we're fine. Lever! I'm fairly certain you can only electrocute someone once or twice with those charge. Like, they don't hold enough charge to just keep going forever. I was way too slow. Why didn't I just turn around and go out the door? Or yell for help? So we got robbed at the police station after the lead prosecutor basically admitted he whatever you want to call it, collaborated with the murderer. Back to having no clues. What about Maya? Is she alive? Uh-oh. You don't die from volts, you die from... Yeah, sure, but... You could still die. Maya! Now she's a ghost. Just like her sister, they're both ghosts. You tried, Maya. Good reflexes. Better reflexes than mine. I didn't even have time after you sacrificed yourself to turn around and call for help. We're getting really sad music here. Ghost Maya! A bullet. Ha! She managed to grab something from Von Karma. Well, we traded evidence. We traded the letter for the bullet. I'll prove it to you tomorrow on the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Ankylo. Thanks for watching YouTube. See you guys next time.